internet wasn't working at first in here. Now I'm dropping them on YouTube left and right.
So, I mean, you know, y'all can get up here, but this is really all we can see. I can only see the table and maybe a little bit of the side. Everything else is just black. So I'm going to talk to my friends, even though we love you all, but I can't really see you, but I know you can see me. Definitely, I'm going to turn the floor over to my husband in just a few, but just Organic Boys has just truly been amazing to us. It's been about 20 months now, a little over a year and a half, and our lives are no longer the same due to this phenomenal company. And definitely before we get started, I want to make sure I take a moment to thank Mr. Bernie Shua, Bernardo, and Adeline Shua, Mr. Shay Moran and Josie Moran, and two individuals that are near and dear to my husband's heart, Mr. Holton and Mrs. Earlene Buzz. These two individuals have definitely been great friends to us in this opportunity we're going to roll, and I know we would not be where we are today without the leadership and mentorship of two such phenomenal individuals and people that have really blazed the trail before we got here, like the fabulous John and Blanca Santos, Mr. Jose Ardon, and Mr. David Imonitie, who've been so supportive to us. And at this time, I really want to turn it over to my other half, the gentleman that I have been linked with for the last 11 years, side by side, my better half. You gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, know him by what some folks have affectionately started to call him Soul. So I will turn it over to Sulaiman Rahman.
Is anyone excited? Is anyone excited? You guys, there's three great things happen when you get excited. I mean, think about it. No one would be here today if our parents didn't get excited. Who's excited that someone got excited to get you here this weekend? Someone got excited enough to get you here this weekend, guys. It's now your duty to be excited about those who haven't had a chance to experience what you experienced here this weekend. And I'll just say, guys, my wife and I, our success is really just a product of the system. We have people who've been woven into the fabric of our success. We just have an incredible lineage of folks who actually who laid the foundation for us. And come into a business, we had people like Mr. Emmanuel Bernstein, Super E. They have diamonds like Mr. Sam Bean, woven into our lives. That millionaire income earner, Mr. Edwin Haynes, to really let us know. And we just had an opportunity to hear the system over and over again, just duplicated from our friends and great mentors. And I call this gentleman an architect, because you don't have to change anything. He's already put the things in place, had already put the game plan in place for everyone to get to your dreams. So let's give it up for Holton and Earlene Buzz, please. And again, guys, I have to use my wife, and again, she's always been supportive. I came here just 20 months ago. I came to Houston with the idea that I was going to tell my friend Jeremy Roma that I was going to give him an educated no. I went to Houston just to take a look at it. I always believe the most expensive thing you can own is a closed mind. So I said, I'll at least take a look at it. And I tell you guys, there were a series of events that happened over the course of that weekend that took me from saying I'm not even open to anything to saying I could not afford to miss this one. There's some people I know who walked away and said, listen, it's too good to be true. I said it's too good to miss. Who would agree it's too good to miss? And guys, we just follow the system. We graduated from OG University in 18 months. Who wants to graduate from OG University? We graduated at the Blue Diamond level after 18 months. We would love to graduate from OG University at Blue Diamond. When you think about it, we committed to some things. How many people committed to advancing their college career or going to school after maybe 12 years, going to a university? Anyone going to a university or a college? Okay. Yeah. When you think about it, you've actually paid the price. You went to school, maybe you pulled all-nighters. It was probably some of the toughest times of your life just to make sure that you got the A's and B's or whatever grade category. Make sure that you graduated after those 4 years. During that process, you never got paid. And we learn from people who don't necessarily always have experience in the industries that we're actually learning from. How many people had business professors who never owned their own business? How many had health professors or health teachers that were not that healthy?
Yeah.
And you think about it, we have an opportunity, guys, to learn from professors, if you will, those who've actually paid the price, laid it out, and tell you exactly what they've done to be successful. And that's what we follow, guys, the system here. And when we leave here today, a lot of us are going to be very excited about the new magazine, about the new DVDs. We'll be very excited, okay, about the products that have been launched this weekend. But I encourage you all to keep the main thing the main thing. Everyone say keep the main thing.
Keep the main thing.
The main thing.
The main thing.
Because sometimes you get off track. You're doing things. You're going out there maybe asking the poor question. Do you or anyone you know drink iced tea? Right? Or you or anyone you know use lotion? You don't want to do that. Stick to the system, guys. There's some amazing products, but you want to continue to keep the main thing the main thing. We followed that system, guys. The first thing that we understood was the velocity of success that we had to have in order to get to the diamond level, the speed in which we had to recruit. And when they laid out the 2020 plan, everyone knows the 2020 plan, right? Okay. Now the 2020 plan, basically, guys, means you're actually putting 40 people into your business over a period of 6 months.
6 months.
40 people in a period of 6 months. That's about 6 to 8 people per month. Now, how many people do agree you can do that? If your life depended on it, would you do it? If your family depended on it, would you do it? Well, guys, your life does depend on it. Your family does depend on it. We have an opportunity, guys, here today to have a full-time life versus having a full-time job. To actually, live for a passion versus live for, a passion check, if you will, versus a paycheck. And we have the opportunity to help so many people. And here with this business, guys, you have the opportunity to not be just successful, but to be significant in other people's lives. Make sure we're on time here. Be significant in other people's lives as well, guys. And we followed that system, the 2020 plan, laid that out. And it was amazing to know that they already figured it out. They said 6 to 8 people on each side of the 2020 plan. 6 to 8 would quit. How many people know some folks who quit? Would you agree people quit everything? Would you agree? There's people who quit Little League Baseball. Okay? There's people who quit church. So there's only people who quit because it's easy to join our organic goal. There's only $1,300 to get started. Where there's people who invest hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars to start a business like this, but they invested $1,300. Some of us invested a lot more into a university, right? Where you invested, I went to an Ivy League university, University of Pennsylvania for engineering. Paid $25,000 to $30,000 a year to graduate with what I call a receipt. And the permission to work the 40-40-40 plan. We work 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% less than what you can live on in the first place. Now think about it, guys. It may be, it's not going to be easy all the time. The 2020 plan is not going to be easy all the time. What do you think is easier, the 40-40-40 plan or the 2020 plan?
2020.
The 2020 plan. So I encourage you to go to work, guys. Go to work to get that done. Do the 2020 plan. And you want to continue to follow the 4 steps. Everyone knows the 4 steps, right? You want to master the 4 steps. I look at the 4 steps as an outline, okay, for what I want to communicate to a new distributor when they get started. And you're going to continue to do that because you're always going to have new people joining your business. Would you agree? So we're going to master the 4 steps. Would you agree we have an incredible product?
Yeah.
We have incredible products.
Yeah.
The product truly is the star. We have a product, guys, that's bringing health and wellness to the mainstream. We're bringing health and wellness because, would you agree, people don't necessarily do what they need to do. They do what they want to do. And we have people who never had a healthy habit in their life. And now they're drinking our coffee day in and day out and having amazing experiences from this product. Would you agree with a great product? So you want to make sure you become a product of the product. Make sure you get that product out there. Number 2 is you want to make sure that you build a list. Everyone has a list, right?
Yeah.
Would you agree this weekend that your list probably got a little bit bigger?
Yeah.
Because now those people that you thought probably wouldn't do it, probably got added to your list because you saw people from all walks of life, from different backgrounds, from GED to PhD, who are able to have success in organic gold. Okay, so make sure you build that list. You want to make sure your brand new distributors build their list. Because so many people join your business, guys. They're going to a weekly meeting in your location. They're going to the meeting, they're leaving there saying to themselves, I found my 5. I know my 2. Or I found my 5. I know my 5 already. You don't know my people, right? Have you ever heard that before? You don't know my people. My 5 are getting started. They need this opportunity. Well, if your list is 5 people long, if you have a short list, your longevity in this business is going to be very short. You want to make sure you have a long list because you want to make sure that you're not out there trying to convince people to join Organo Gold. Would you agree? You don't have to convince anyone to join Organo Gold. We have an amazing product. We have an amazing opportunity here, guys. You just take you from not knowing about Organo Gold to knowing about it and collect well-informed decisions. Number 3, guys, is making sure that you have those coffee and jazz mixers. Everyone had a coffee and jazz mixer, right? Your goal now, guys, is to continue to make sure that people who join your organization are having coffee and jazz mixers. I encourage you guys. I mean, this weekend with the tools that we had, I believe we took, we took this opportunity, we took the tools and the tools we have to go out there and share this information from a screwdriver to a power drill. Would you agree? With Success from Home magazine, with the new DVD. So you want to go out there and share this opportunity. Make sure you sit down with folks and basically share your passion, your enthusiasm. That's your responsibility. Some of you this weekend, got very passionate, very excited about Organo Gold. You have people at home who probably did not feel your belief prior to this event. And they didn't even see Organo Gold. They just were judging you, that you were insecure, and maybe you did not believe in Organo Gold at that time, and they never even took a look at the opportunity. I encourage you guys to set up a time, before this weekend, you set appointments with people before you leave here. Set those opportunities to sit down with them, press power and play like Nikki talked about doing. All right? Sit down with them, show them this information, go through the magazine, tell the story. And I would tell you, listen, I'm not comfortable with the information you know until you've at least heard and seen what I've already seen myself. Does that make sense? So go out there and make sure you bless people by showing this information to them. Have them trying our product. Number 4, guys, is making sure you commit to 18 months. Who's committed to at least 18 months? Over 18 months, don't just be here for 18 months and have 1 month experience. Does that make sense? You want to be here for 18 months and continue to grow. You can start off, ignorance on fire is okay when you first get started. You want to be excited, get plugged into the system, but over time, you want to become, as Mr. Holton Bugs talks about, not a general practitioner. You want to be a specialist. Who wants to be a specialist at Organo Gold? You want to be a specialist, guys. You want to go through the process. You want to learn. You want to get to a point where your knowledge on fire, all right? Your knowledge on fire, because now you can communicate and share with other people why and how they can be successful. And here's the thing, guys. It's so important when you get people started. We talk about those 18 months, getting that 18-month commitment. That was one of the secrets, and not even secrets, if you will, to our success was the fact that we had people that were part of our organization that were committed to the 18 months, and they didn't even see the growth just yet. These are folks who may not even hit Sapphire yet. They haven't hit Ruby yet. But they understood that they were going through their story. They were going through their process. Would you agree there's a process? There's a process that everyone's going to go through. Sometimes you hear the story of individuals. You don't know the story behind the story. The process they've gone through. It's like the Chinese bamboo tree. Have you ever heard about the Chinese bamboo tree? Yes. Where for 5 years, you plant the seed, and for 5 years, you're watering that seed. You're watering the soil. And many times you have friends who are walking by, they're looking at you going out every day, being dedicated to make sure that you continue to water the soil, make sure it gets the proper sunlight, and make sure you continue to fertilize that soil, but you see no evidence of success. It takes 5 years before the Chinese bamboo tree even shows any sign of success by breaking the surface. But then in 90 days, it grows over 90 feet in 90 days. Now, does it take 90 days to grow 90 feet, or does it take 5 years in 90 days? 5 years and 90 days. Well, some of you like that Chinese bamboo tree. The reason why that Chinese bamboo tree takes so long to grow is because it's building its roots. It's building its depth and its root to make sure that when it does shoot up to the size and the growth that many of your organizations are growing, that you're prepared for the growth. Does that make sense? Faith, guys, is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence, not the things not seen. You're going to have friends who are going by and looking at you and say, are you going to another meeting? You can have some friends say that, right? Is that another conference call you're getting on? Okay? They say, are you rich yet? We have some friends like that, right? You know what you ask them, say, listen, how long have you been at your job? Are you rich yet? Be excited about your process, guys. There are people who saw you showed this opportunity to 6 months ago, but join your business now because you're always going to be excited.